Everybody
Whoa.
get up. It's time
It's
to
okay,
slam down.
We should have been like,
Down.
ooh.
Sorry, there's a-
yeah.
like the,
yeah.
break for impact.
Star Trek, yeah.
Guys,
Oh, I'm so glad you were prepared.
I'm prepared for one. Welcome to Space Jam, guys. Here's your chance. These are my pants at the Space Jam.
All right.
Look at the before and after tattoo removal pictures. Before, after. I got them all removed. They're all gone. Whoa!
Irene is a stunt double that doesn't have any tattoos. They won't
And
put any
I'm
makeup.
like the spirit of your
Just the
tattoos
henna,
leaving
yeah.
your body.
Yeah. You are the tattooist.
Because I'm white, like a
Guys,
ghost.
welcome to Burn After Watching.
Yeah.
We watch the Space
Kind of
Jam.
the found footage.
Space Jam,
Yeah.
the new Lego.
Oh,
Another
yeah,
found
like,
footage.
right,
Yeah, like a
right.
found footage slash burn after watching, and
Right.
I love that.
You got
Right.
Layla like that. I love it.
I love it.
Are we doing a found footage for Suicide Squad? Okay.
I'm down. Let's see. I'm gonna watch it on Saturday or Sunday. So. But we're not talking about that, guys. We're talking about Space Jam
Yeah.
Legacy.
Legacy. Whatever that means.
Is it a new legacy or just legacy?
It's just Legacy.
Okay. All right.
I think. I just wrote Legacy, so that's what it is.
I mean, I'll pull up the IMDb, you guys.
Let's
I'll
see.
be prepared for this.
New Legacy would make me want
Fact
to throw up.
checker in the middle of this.
New Legacy would make me want to throw up a little more than Legacy.
It's
so
Yeah,
Space Jam
definitely.
and New Hope, I believe.
Oh god.
they should have called this Space Jam commercial for LeBron James.
Space Jam commercial for WB. And everything that WB's ever done.
Like by the way, do you know LeBron James is the best guy ever? You're like, no, yeah, I mean, sure.
Hey guys,
Years
remember
ago.
we had a couple different penguins?
We're
some
not
guys-
even there
No,
yet.
you mean a couple different
You guys,
dog
it is
penguins.
Space Jam: A New Legacy.
A New Legacy.
Yeah,
I was right.
you were right.
I mean,
Wow.
sure.
Okay.
Wow.
Sure.
Ghost.
Double G, guys.
It'll make the title.
Still
I promise
delicious.
You. I promise you.
Good.
That's good. That's good beer.
So guys, we get a LeBron James origin story in here,
Right?
which I think
LeBron's
needed.
like,
Needed.
his mom's working real hard.
Yeah.
He's going to basketball practice.
And his friend's tempted with video games.
His friend's like, yeah, here, try my video games. And then coach is like, don't play those video
and
games.
He has the Game Boy, and the kid's like, I just got the Game Boy Color. Here's the Game Boy. Which
And then
is
he throws
playing,
it in the
which is
garbage.
playing
Yeah.
a colored game, a
Yeah.
Game Boy Color game on the regular Game Boy of Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
It was like,
What?
this is in color. This is not a Game Boy. You know,
Already confused. At this
But I think that like kids won't get it if we don't put it in color. Like
Yeah.
if you just put it in black and white, or like put it in the green and light green that was
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
Game Boy, they'd be like, nah, I'm out of here. And so we'll put it in color and like, okay, cool, man.
I
They
felt
mean-
bad because he got his first Game Boy in like '98. That's sad.
Well, you know. I mean, he's a poor kid. He's
Yeah.
the wrong.
Hey,
side
we even had a
choice.
Sega Genesis. I mean, come on.
Well, I mean, we won it being Paperboys of the Year.
Hey, boys, see you guys.
And so, who's better, us or LeBron James? Am I right?
We were
Were you
the
Paperboy
LeBron
of the
James
Year?
of being Paperboys, I
Yeah,
think.
I'm kind of right. I'm thinking that.
You were really wooden. Like, the whole time.
Like everyone in this movie except for Don Cheadle, you mean?
No! So,
Including
yes.
Sonique, Martin, who's just like played the
Yeah.
wife, and she's like, I'm also here. You're like,
I'm the wife. I'm
I'm gonna
angry
get
at your
pictures.
dad.
She's a
But
good
I'm kind of
actress.
scared for my kids.
Like she's
but
an
we'll
actually
see
good
what
actress.
happens.
I'm like, what are we doing with,
Yeah.
with this?
Not giving her any lines or anything to do.
Hey, oh boy.
Yeah. So
Your emotion is there. It's present.
basically,
so guys, we're getting the origin story here.
yeah.
He goes out. They don't win the game. You're like, what? He's LeBron James, and he didn't win this game.
What?
And he's like, because your head's down again, and that actor
He had
is very
setbacks?
familiar, and I can't remember his name.
He had setbacks just like Michael Jordan had setbacks.
I want to
What?
say he was in Remember the Titans, but I was.
Left side strong side.
I've definitely seen him in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. And if only I had the IMDb up, I could check.
Okay. His young version.
No, the coach guy.
Oh, yeah. He was in The Wire.
The Wire.
He was in Omar. I know that.
There you go.
He wasn't Stringer Bell.
Coach C.
It wasn't
Wood
Stringer.
Harris
Wood Harris.
in Remember the Titans, Ant-Man,
Nice.
Dread, The Wire,
Oh yes. See, he's seen a lot of good stuff.
He
Wow.
missed some stuff.
Empire,
I mean, this
Gangland,
this movie
Queen
didn't have
2.
bad actors in it. That's for
Yo,
sure.
they
Oh,
like
Blade
collected
Runner
a lot of great people
2049.
in this movie.
Yeah,
including
no,
Don
and
fucking
so many
Cheadle.
stars. So many stars. It was star-studded.
Too many stars.
Too many stars.
Guys, he's basically like, you can be the GOAT one day if you put your mind to it and stop playing these fool video games.
No, he said distractions. These
Yeah.
distractions.
And, but yeah, he's
Yeah.
talking about video games.
So
And then-
he quit video games right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he threw
it in
out
the
his
garbage.
friends.
His friends think
His
like
friends? Yeah. No,
What?
just give it back
That's
to your
what I
friends.
want to hear.
What?
Friends?
That's like to someone else.
That
you
was
jerk.
ridiculous. Like, give
Not
it back to
cool.
him. That was a
Not
lot of
cool.
money.
That belongs
And
to
you
another
know that
person.
kid's mom would be like, where the fuck is
Where's your
it?
fucking Game Boy?
And we're gonna, and then when she found out the friend had it, that mom would be on him like, where the fuck is
Sure
it?
would. Sure would. You don't mess around with like guys. But then we get a cool highlight montage for an.
I actually
awkward
really liked
highlight
this
montage.
intro. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we get it. Like, you have a cool intro.
It's basically
like,
It's
things
basically
are
like LeBron James' whole life.
in the 21st century.
Like, in case
and
you
we're-
didn't know who LeBron James was at
No.
this point, like, who's LeBron James? Well, here you go.
The only thing was there wasn't enough Marv Albert in it.
Oh, it's right. I'm gonna bite your back. It's me, Marv Albert. And counts. I'm not J. Jonah Jameson. That's
no,
a different
there's
voice.
no Bill Walton either.
Throw it down, big man. Throw it down.
LeBron is so serious though with his kids. Man.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's
you
just
got
like that coach.
So the older
That's
son is like,
like
I like basketball, and I'm into basketball, and I'm doing basketball. The younger son's like, basketball's okay, but I really like computer
other things,
programming.
Yeah.
I'm a super nerd, and I like to. I'm making a video game.
He's like, you guys have to have
Yeah.
full court vision.
Yeah, and the dad's like, you should be only concentrating on basketball.
The
LeBron.
dad, you know that guy.
LeBron. I really didn't see him
You
as the
can't
star
be
of
great
the
without
movie.
putting in.
What
the
was
work.
the older brother's name?
Uh,
The younger brother was Dom.
The face. Who cares? The other
He who
name
cares.
is Who cares? Yeah.
okay.
He who cares. Wasn't Malik,
Uh,
that's Uncle.
Sire?
Sayer. Sayer. That's the name of the kid.
I think it was.
Darius. It's Darius. Okay.
Darius,
Dom and
okay.
Oh,
Darius.
that's Darius. There you go. I'm like,
Dom and Darius.
That's the
Okay.
actors.
So I don't know.
And fun fact, he's named after Darius Rucker from Hootie and the Blowfish.
Are these kids based on like his real kids, or is we just like this substitute family is playing his family?
I mean, that's how it was with the Michael Jordan one too. It wasn't his family
Yeah.
like that. It was all actors.
Alright.
So,
He's like, you're not good enough, kids. I have replacements for you.
well, also, do you want to
Imagine
put
being
your
his
kids in
real kid and
movies?
you're like, wait, what? Like, give me the
Yeah.
movie.
Go keep playing basketball like I told you. That part's based on real life.
You can't be great without putting the word. There's a lot of good ball jokes here, and there's also a ball machine that when you say the word ball, shoots a ball.
Yeah, yeah.
And the
So he
older
says
brother's
ball and
like,
it hits him in the
yeah,
head.
and the older brother's like dumb and just like stands in the path of this
So
ball.
it's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like that's fine.
I feel like also you should have a different word. 'Cause
Yeah.
ball would come up a lot like
You're shooting
basketball,
the
yeah.
fucking ball.
Yeah.
You're in a basketball court.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We get it. We get it.
I'm not mad. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I get it.
It was like a bad series though.
This is like the first one was like this movie is not for me. It's
Yeah.
like for kids. It's
Yeah.
for like the funny ball jokes. There's like he said ball and then
Okay,
remember the
it is for
ball.
kids. We'll put a pin in that. 'Cause we'll get back to that later.
So he's arguing with his wife because he's like, he's not concentrating on basketball enough, and she's like, he needs a dad, not a coach.
She's like, he's 10.
Yeah.
Also, he's 12 years old and
Yeah.
built his own game.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
proud of him.
That's, like that
It's
kid's a
impressive,
genius.
yeah.
He's literally a genius. Like you can't do that at age 12 unless you're very smart.
No, I also love that. Obviously, the mom must know that he wants to go to this E3 camp and has signed him up because he expects that he's going. He just hasn't told his dad yet. She like put it on him like, you gotta tell your dad though.
I had a good. That's one of my first nerd moments was I got to explain to Jamie what E3 was, and I was like, "That's right."
Oh, yeah.
I'm there, baby.
And she's looking at you like,
And she's like, "I'm drying down there." I was like, "Okay, well, cool."
So, also, I love that
Close
this
for
kid,
business.
this 12-year-old kid has like the most advanced technology that exists in the
His
world
phone
right
can
now.
scan fucking people into it somehow.
No.
What?
like all their movements. It's like got like a CGI tracking system.
And it's like just this like weird device that's maybe like this much bigger, and it's like on the phone camera. It's
It
like,
looks
I
like-
scan everything about them.
it
with
looks
the
like somebody
scanner.
took a webcam and put it on
No,
top of
and
the phone.
he
Like,
supposedly this 12-year-old kid like took his phone apart
like-
and like made that
I'm like
possible.
DARPA would fucking own your
Yeah.
ass right now. Your kid would like. It doesn't matter if you're LeBron
Literally.
James. DARPA would be like, "You're ours. Your
Yeah.
kid is ours.
Yeah.
He's working for us."
What?
He wouldn't have to worry about any kind of job because he'd be working for DARPA.
Yeah. So
is this where you get to
so
the algorithm?
yeah, so
Oh,
LeBron.
no, algorithm, you mean?
Algorithm.
Oh.
Algorithm, yeah. So we see him first as like a human being, and it's, you know,
And you're like,
our favorite
the
actor.
fuck what?
Yeah.
I love Don Cheadle, by the way.
We all love
I'm
Don
an
Cheadle.
algorithm, and I have to be algorithmic.
Well, and I love Don Cheadle. I love everything he's done, but seriously, still my favorite thing ever that he's done is the Captain Planet, where he turns all the humans into trees.
Of course.
And so I was like, I'm ready to see evil Don Cheadle. Let's do it. Like, bring it on. And he was so comfortably the funny man evil guy that it was uncomfortable. It was like hard to watch.
It was
I'm
hard
like,
to watch also because he was probably the only good thing about
No,
it.
and like you were saying,
And it still
so
wasn't that
Don
good.
Cheadle was the level of Don Cheadle, and everyone else was like down here,
I
and
feel
so
like
it
he
was
was in
just
the
like,
wrong movie.
Tell that
Okay.
to Stephen Yeun. He was in this movie.
yeah,
Remember
right.
that?
Oh my God.
No.
And Sarah
okay,
Silverman?
stop. We
Oh my
need to talk
God.
about that.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And
Are
Sarah
we there
Silverman?
yet? Yes,
Yeah.
we're there. We're there.
Yeah.
Sarah
No,
Silverman?
so we meet
Why
the
the
no, but
fuck was
first-
Stephen
listen,
Yeun in this movie?
Listen, first we meet the server, and the
He
server's
has a day
like,
off?
oh,
What?
I'm gonna bring in the prince, and he's gonna work with me on my next project. And then we find out that it's a server, it's an actual algorithm in a
Gonna
computer.
bring in the king.
And
His
then
server
what
was like
he
the
wants
size
to
of
do,
like a shoe, just
and what he
giant,
wants to do is he wants to scan LeBron and like put him in everything you can think of, like Harry Potter LeBron and like
This is
all
something
the
that the
dumb
kids are
crap
gonna go
LeBron.
crazy
Game of
for.
Thrones LeBron, yeah,
and they want to scan LeBron and
Yeah.
have him be
I'm just
part of
putting
the
everything.
WB.
It's like Seinfeld Vision in 30 Rock, where it's like Seinfeld Vision, and Seinfeld's in every TV show that you've ever watched. Why not, right? But
Why?
LeBron's like, this is dumb. And so, yeah, there's these executives,
Yeah,
Stephen
but
Yeun.
also it's like really harsh about this.
Yeah,
in front
like-
of them.
Yeah.
Very
Like,
This is
immediately
the worst thing
he
I've
gets it,
ever
yeah.
heard. You guys are all
Like,
dumb.
Great
We're all dumber.
parameters
We're
or
just
something.
child there. It's
Yeah.
like being an asshole to these people. They're just pitching an idea to him.
But luckily, Algae Rhythm is also an AI because he is sentient and gets very angry about
Fully
this.
sentient.
Yeah.
Fully, and like, why would this be made by? Good job. Like WB's the real villain here, right?
Yeah,
like
seriously.
they made this guy.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he made himself.
Yeah.
They made him.
I agree.
Fuck you, WB.
So,
Fuck you.
so we realize that we've been seeing
Really think so, too.
inside this server. So this movie is not just like you're like, oh, this is what's happening in the world. It's also like, oh no, now we're like in a totally different time and space. Like we've gone completely sci-fi. Okay.
It's called the Serververse.
Yeah, we're in the serververse now, right?
Okay. What?
Yeah, no, it was
This
ridiculous.
is when you look at the camera and you go,
Oh, also we missed the fact that so he and his dad, his dad does acquiesce and he's like, oh, let's play your game together and see what it's like, right? And his dad's like, I'm gonna play it like how you play basketball and like just the basics
which
of
makes
basketball.
no sense.
And his son's like, oh no, you can get like style points and you can get like
It's
like
basically
level
NBA
ups
Jam.
and
It's a
stuff.
lot like NBA Jam, but,
Yeah.
but with rocket shop.
I
kicks
literally
in it.
wrote, I'm like, this kid just ripped off NBA.
Yeah,
Jam.
exactly.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
So
It's full stop.
but the dad doesn't get it. But then the dad does this move that he was showing his son, where it's like to the left,
That's-
to the
that's
right,
actually
step
LeBron's
back, and
move.
then yeah, exactly.
That's actually
It's
LeBron's real
move.
move. Like his real move.
And
Right.
so-
And all I say is a rip rap.
He tries to do
Okay,
he tries
cool.
to do the move, and the
By the way,
game
that move is always a
Glitches.
travel.
yeah,
Always
the
travel.
game glitches. It glitches,
Ooh.
and for some
And
reason,
it raises
because
his
he has
character.
the best he has
Yeah.
the best technology known to date.
It doesn't just glitch. It breaks
It
the
glitches,
computer.
and he's like, "It's gonna take me a week to rebuild my character." No,
So,
that shit would
you're-
be backed up.
Also, you're the person that made the game. You can
Yeah.
easily rebuild your character. It's just like ones and zeros,
What?
man.
Seriously,
Like, what the, I was like,
Yeah.
what is this kid talking about? Like,
No,
whoever
it's
wrote this
ridiculous.
movie has no clue.
they have
how
no
computers work
clue.
or anything.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. So
I agree with that.
Now, again,
So-
this movie's not for me, guys.
LG Rhythm decides he's not gonna let them win because basically LeBron's like his idea is stupid. He's got like a big ego and he's like, my idea's not stupid. I'm gonna force him to see it. So he controls the elevator that
Oh.
they're on.
Al hates
It's
being
my
called,
game
Al
now.
hates being called stupid. By the way,
Yeah.
that's like his
So-
least
yeah.
favorite thing. That's the impetus
Because
of this
he's
movie.
because he is a computer. He's like he is an algorithm. He knows everything, right? Whatever they plugged into him,
I
he's like
guess.
the expert on it or something. So he takes them down to the server room, which you can just get into. He unlocks it. They're
So
like,
it's like
in the
basement
server.
is B19.
Well, because algorithm like lets him
They
get.
have 19 level.
19
yeah.
basements? I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
I mean, Warner Bros. Does have that. It's obvious.
Is that where they keep the aliens down there for Ben and
No,
Black?
that's
Like-
where the government tortures people.
That's
they
where
like
they
rent
keep all
the
the
space
other
out.
cast from Matrix Revolutions, actually.
And Matthew Perry.
Like, I'm down here too. What's up, guys? It's me, Chandler. I'm not gonna go by Matthew Perry. They told me.
So,
I
but
can't.
they go in and they go to the center of it, and LG Rhythm's there, and he's like, "I'm gonna scan you guys." Okay. No, I mean you have to suspend all
It's fun for
reality here
kids.
at this point.
No, this
You
is
like-
very realistic. You're wrong.
Because I really thought I hoped that it would end that like they'd come out of the server and go back into their bodies because they'd been like standing there outside of the server, but their psyches were like.
I was
inside
hoping
of
they'd
it.
be like
astral
catatonic.
projection kind
Yeah.
of thing.
I'd hope they'd be catatonic and somehow their brains were digitized, so they'd just be
Yeah.
like somebody
Because-
come into the.
You cannot be
They'll shit
physically.
themselves.
You cannot be physically digitized, or that it was gonna just be their psyches in there. Like
Well, like,
it's
it was
just
like a-
people's psyches,
I thought it was
like
kind of
their,
like a VR,
their
AR type thing.
like
That
their
would be cool.
personalities that
Yeah.
have been sucked into it or something. Like
So we have to
It
get
makes
past
no
that
sense.
because it was garbage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just you gotta
Made
skip it.
zero
Or-
sense.
Yeah, your head's gonna explode.
so.
turn
Anyways,
back and
basically they get pulled into the server.
And also, this is like sort of based on like the kids' technology eventually,
Yeah.
and like you're like how?
Sort of.
How? Yeah, it's like the same thing. How
So
was
this
that?
wasn't-
Yeah.
His was just like scanning
Yeah.
a picture of the person. What?
But Al G Rhythm can do this, okay? Because
Oof. You're like, oof.
he's like the lawnmower man at this point.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Yeah.
Like if we're gonna compare this movie to another movie,
Yeah.
The Lawnmower Man.
Lawnmower
That's it.
lawnmower man for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you cracked this, man. I'm serious.
So they're in the serververse now.
Yep.
So you're like, oh, okay, and he's just basically like, everything WB's in here, guys. Look, it's WB.
And he goes, and LeBron makes a joke. What in the Matrix? Hell?
Yeah.
like,
And
I
no
wrote
one
that.
laughs.
What in the Matrix?
Yeah.
How?
Like
Yeah.
he pauses for and no one laughs.
Yeah.
like he paused for like a laugh track that didn't ever
Yeah,
get put
yeah.
in there.
Exactly.
Yeah, because no one laughed at this point.
Because
Because either you're a kid and you don't know what the fuck the Matrix is,
exactly.
or you're an adult and you're like, what?
Okay. No, and that was this whole movie. That was literally this whole
Yeah.
movie. It was applying. It was appealing to some audience that was like older than our kids,
By the way, you know
but
who this
younger
appeals
than
to?
us.
Just Connor.
Yeah.
Because Connor just watched the Matrix, so he would maybe get this joke. Otherwise, he
Yeah.
doesn't get
Did
any
you
of
watch
this.
it with your kids?
Oh, I watched it.
You guys, this movie was made.
We watched the Matrix. No, we didn't. We did not
I
watch
mean
it.
this
No,
movie,
we watched
yeah.
the Matrix because I'm an adult.
I watched the Matrix.
We also watched John
This
Michael.
movie was
which
made
is-
specifically for us, just for the three of us to watch.
Oh,
Oof.
Okay, so he's gonna send him to the Toon World where the rejects are. That's what he
And
said.
I did predict here
Okay,
that
fucker.
his son is gonna save the day using his computer skills at the end. I was like, that's what he's gonna do.
And I predicted that the son would be killed in a horrible fire.
And it's
Which,
not
guess
what
who was
happened.
right? Actually, did you watch the after credit scene? Because
Yeah, there you go.
so you're
He's
both
like,
right.
no, not the fire!
No, my son is
What's that
on
after
fire.
credit
I'm
scene?
very
Oh, and I
upset
did
by
say
it.
that his LeBron's gonna let him go to the E3 camp at the end of this. That's what the end of the movie's gonna be. So we go back in time, and it's like old timey animation, you guys. It's like some like a
Two
little, yeah,
dimensions,
2-dimensional, like some
Right?
nice shading, but 2-dimensional. I was like, oh, okay, classics.
Okay.
Classics.
He also falls down this world, turns to a cartoon, and lands in a Nike swoosh. So that's
Yeah.
the first thing. It's like, was Nike okay?
Okay.
Cool.
Everybody get up! It's time to brand now.
And then we get those funny classic Looney Tunes gags every kid is looking for right now.
Yeah,
And LeBron is like yucking these up. He's
Like,
like, oh, this is
like-
just like the Looney Tunes I saw when I was a
You
child.
are
Exactly.
funny.
I love it when cartoons get drunk. Isn't that hilarious, you guys? It's so
Oh, boy.
funny.
Like Looney Tunes doesn't hit anymore. It
So
doesn't-
the good thing was I was drinking during. I was hoping they'd just have.
We were drinking
They'd
too.
have Bugs Bunny cross-dressing as Brunhilde and be like, oh, there's some social commentary here, but they didn't even do that.
Listen, they had Gossamer. That's
They
what
took
matters.
zero chances in this movie, and it showed. It showed.
That's not true. At one point, Elmer Fudd makes a comment about like,
Like,
basically
fuck was
like,
a great choice.
no, it's something
No,
about
no.
how like he's like black people don't look alike or something, and it's like okay,
What?
like like
I missed
great,
that one.
Like, thanks for saying that, Fudd.
sure, okay, awesome. So
And Marvin Lewis was like, I'm a
Guys,
basically, they find
libertarian.
out
He
he
has
gets
24 hours to get to see
Yeah.
the other guys.
yeah, and so Don Cheadle
But guys, you're in
challenges him.
Toontown. What is the population of Toontown when he gets there?
It's one.
But he goes up to 2.
Does he shut up?
Who's the other person?
Him.
No, I mean, they didn't need
It's
Bugs
him.
Bunny yet.
Ben's fine.
Bugs Bunny's the other person.
We'll talk
Yeah,
about
oh,
Bugs
okay. I thought it was like, yeah.
And
I
he's
knew
the
it was-
one, and then the 2 is one's Bugs Bunny.
And
he's
why
the-
is Bugs there by himself? Because everyone else left.
And he just stayed because he couldn't do it. He couldn't leave.
He couldn't go to space. They were like, we're gonna go to space and see what else is out
get
there.
money or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Then we
I-
get all
I
our
didn't
favorite
get
buttons.
any of that
Weak
story.
premise.
I didn't care. We literally had stopped at that point because we were like, we need to take a break.
I kind of wish
Yeah.
we'd
We were like, oh, this must be like halfway through, right? And then we're like, oh my god, there's
25 minutes
another.
in.
Yeah, we did refresh drinks.
Yeah.
This was the darkest timeline for Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, it really
Darkest.
was.
Like he was drinking. He was a
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was drinking
Drunk and
carrot
singing.
juice like to excess. He had no friends; they'd all left him, and he's like, "I gotta stay here." And they're like,
And also,
F you,
we're just
Bugs.
cool with leaving this guy that they've known for
Yeah.
50 fucking years.
Like he's the guy who kept them together.
Like, screw you, Daffy. Like, I would have, like, if you would have just punched Daffy in the face, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Like,
But-
oh, welcome back, Doc.
Yeah.
Like, punch him in the
But then we
fucking
find out why
noggin.
Bugs Bunny's a real dick because he declares Toontown for Earth, and Marvin the Martian has to show up because of that.
Well, yeah, obviously. And you're like, Marvin the Martian, he was in the last one and played on their team.
Like, oh, let's have Marvin the Martian.
He's gonna
He's
put
gonna be
him
his
on the
team.
No! He jacked that motherfucker's ship!
He just steals his shit.
I know.
Why? I was like, why did you do
There
that?
was a very great joke for the kids in this where he has a death ray, he turns to Freeze Ray, and then he turns to Charles Ray, and then he turns to Shrink.
Yeah.
It's like,
Ray Charles
Ray
jokes, you
Charles.
guys.
That one's gonna stick for the kids.
No, like who's watching this movie? Who do they think is watching this movie?
It really is though. It's like
80, but also 6.
yeah, it's like a Looney Tunes joke from the 1960s.
It's
that they tried to
basically
see if it
the
stuck.
protagonist from Sweet Tooth that's the one that's supposed to watch this movie. Like
Right.
he's lived in the woods his whole life and just listened to records.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, Ray Charles, I don't know who that is. I'm the protagonist from Sweet Tooth. You're
So-
like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
So they have to go to space. They go out to space. They steal poor Marvin the Martian's ship and go
He's
to space.
stuck.
And then they visit all
Yeah,
the different
in fucking
places.
Toontown.
Yeah. All by himself with his little like
He's like a dog.
sidekick.
He's
Yeah.
like a weird
Little
dog.
Get the little dog, yeah.
So-
little Martian dog.
But then they go and they get to go visit all the different like planets that are the different servers.
Boy,
And
this is-
guess what, you guys? LeBron is a Hufflepuff,
That
you
makes my
guys.
head
Did
very
you know
happy.
that?
So by the way, guys, they just watched Wreck-It Ralph and did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, very Wreck-It Ralph like.
I was like,
Yeah.
are you fucking... And Jamie was like, I don't remember Wreck-It Ralph. I'm like, it's the thing the kids watch every fucking 5 seconds. Oh, yeah. Yes. That fucking stupid ass
So,
movie,
uh,
every 5 seconds.
Yeah, so let's just start getting into it. So there's a Star Trek reference. There's Harry Potter. DC.
Again, not for us. This movie's
Yeah,
not
no.
for us.
Although,
Well, it
and
is
but
for
then
us, but
weirdly,
not for us.
because then DC was like the original like themes of those things, like Christopher Reeves and like.
Well, and
Ellen-
they had like the
Adam
great
West, and
animated
it's
Justice
like-
League character,
Yeah.
but none of them have any lines. It's just
I
like,
know.
Wonder Woman gets lines later, but it's not. I don't think it's the one person who uses the
No, but then they go into like.
But they're just like silent protagonists and like.
No, but then they go into like Mad Max. Like that's definitely not for children. Who's
they went
watching
to
Mad
Rick
Max
and
with their
goddamn
kids?
Morty and
Yes,
Game
yes.
of Thrones.
I was like, okay, I like that at least.
They went to Austin Powers,
Morty,
you
we-
guys.
Yeah, baby. And I'm fun
You guys, but the one the kids all really care about is they went to Casablanca.
Yeah,
you
I was
guys,
like-
I was like,
Casablanca.
the kids would get absolutely fucking none of
What?
these
Yeah.
references.
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
No, and we're like on the edge of
Oh,
the
Austin Powers,
generation.
what the
Who
kids
gets
love.
that? Yeah, like no,
What?
my kids do. Because we watched it when they were kids, but like now I'm like, oh, it's terrible.
But that's
like,
called,
they
that's a
don't-
niche.
don't-
That's
yeah.
niche.
No, it's
you know,
super
like,
niche. It was literally
We
just
also had Granny and Speedy in the Matrix.
yeah, all the
movies.
WB properties.
Granny
Yes.
and Speedy.
Were
And
the
also the
Matrix,
train scene
yeah.
was long.
Yeah.
It was, I was like, oh, this is
No.
a long scene.
So we got this far into it, and I was
Because
like,
Granny, the character that no
I
one
was
cares
like,
about,
literally,
no
all
one.
of these scenes
No one.
could have been cut
Who
in half.
cares about Granny?
No, no one.
No one.
Nobody.
Like,
Nobody.
what the? Like,
Well,
the
and
only
what I
person I
love-
cared about last and I cared about the most was Gossamer. The furry red tooth guy.
What I love
I'm glad you
is
said
you
that
guys.
'cause I don't remember his name.
LeBron
I
had
looked it
a
up.
plan. LeBron was like, let's visit these people and we'll get them on the team. And then Bugs is like, no, you gotta listen to me. And it's like, no, you'd be like, no, we're getting these people. I'm making this team. We need to beat
Yeah, you
these
see that
people.
Neo,
Like,
okay?
But also, so they're like, oh, we'll get Superman on the team. They like stop a speeding bus thing, and then Superman just is like,
He's like offended
no.
by it or something.
Yeah, like what is
yeah, it's
what
like,
is
I have better things
And
to
there's
do.
there's nothing revisited in that scene.
No.
He's just done. Like,
Well, and
okay.
And then they have their like whiteboard and they've crossed some of the people out, but I'm like, did they get some people on their team? Like, what's going on here?
But then they go to the Amazon Themyscira.
And there's a song. There's
Wonder
something.
Woman, played by Rosario Dawson,
Yeah,
is in this,
Sure.
giving Lola a test so she can become an
yeah. Played by
Amazon.
Zendaya, of course.
Yeah.
And so the Bugs and LeBron also passed all the tests with her, by the way,
Because guys are
Yeah,
usually
'cause
better
they're
tests, you know what I'm
dudes,
saying?
obviously.
Right?
which are corny and ridiculous. But then they don't ask Wonder Woman to join them. They're like, Lola, we're gonna take you. And she's like, okay, I'm going. They're like,
Wait, no, okay, but so what happens though?
yeah, so is Lola
Lois
doesn't
save them.
she
pass
doesn't
their test.
complete the test
Yeah.
in time because she
They
saves
fall
their
in the
lives.
pit and
But
they're
you
about
knew
to die.
as soon
Also,
as she
they're
like
about to die as toons, which they already it's already
Established,
established
yeah.
that they cannot die.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and there's no one in this movie that can kill the Toons.
They probably hit the lava and bounce out and on their butt with
like
fire.
there's no fucking that fucking gag
This
that
is, yeah,
hits you
there's
in,
no
like,
Who
Roger Rabbit or
Framed
something
Roger
like that.
Rabbit. Yeah,
Dip.
exactly.
Dip,
Yeah,
yes.
the
There's
dip.
none of
Yeah,
that shit is in
yeah,
this.
exactly.
So who gives a shit if you fall in the lava?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get the fuck out, like woohoo, and you'll be on the
Yeah,
fucking
you
land
bounce
in a second.
you bounce around on
Okay,
your butt.
but so she saves them, and obviously, and of course they're like, but
So
you were
because of your
honorable,
heart,
yeah,
yeah,
because
like,
you saved them. Yeah.
like,
But then she's like, okay, I'll come help you, and it's like, great, now we've got Lola.
like this was a scene.
Also,
that
Lola, I guess, is like the best basketball
Oh
player
yeah,
or something.
just like in the first one. Just like in the first one. You remember this in the first one.
and
Lola's the only one that
as
gets any
sexy
fucking
as the
good.
first one, right? The most
She's not as
fuckable
thick.
bunny.
They made her less thick.
She's supposed to be
on
like
purpose.
really sexy though, right?
Well, and they made her costume. They made her outfit like a little more practical
Yeah.
in this one.
Because
so not as sexy.
because bunnies don't have breasts, so.
What?
I mean, bunnies have tits, right?
So wait,
Even
they-
mammals. Mammals
So
have
wait,
tits.
this wasn't the sexy.
She had like 6 tits, right? Wouldn't she have like
Oh
a
my God,
whole
yeah.
bunch of tits?
Yeah.
Like just like a bunch of like floppy titties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are
Yep.
chilling.
Right.
Yeah, right.
There's so much to think about.
Yeah.
Everybody get up.
So, but you guys, we find out that so Don Cheadle's character algae
algae.
rhythm.
But just go with algae, and I'm like,
Algae, yeah,
Algae.
like, yeah,
Algae rhythm.
algae
Um,
rhythm. He's like manipulating
Yeah,
Don,
and Dom is
the
stupid.
younger son, to be like,
He
I'm
is
so
gullible.
smart.
He's 12 years old.
Go
We're
I'm
saying.
an
This
algorithm.
tracks.
We can, yeah,
This
yeah,
actually tracks.
He's
yeah.
like, we'll just take your phone.
Yeah.
It'll be like this.
And his dad, and he's like, yeah, I hate my dad because he doesn't listen
What's
to
the
me.
little
And
dumb
they're like,
robot
"Oh,
guy's name?
Pete.
I knew you knew it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
Pete Hornberg.
but so
I kept calling you Pete
yeah,
Hornberg.
right. But anyway, he steals his phone and he hasn't remember. So he goes. But there's a scene where he like goes down to the server and he like hooks it up and then he like
Does
fucking
Pete
like
come?
orgasms
Does
like
Pete
on
come?
screen. He's
Oh,
like.
definitely.
Oh, Pete definitely fucking come. And I also made
I
that
wrote,
reference in it.
is that because I didn't know what to call him, and Mateo called him a turd with arms. So I was like, is that turd with arms?
But
or-
what, Don Cheadle again had the only couple laughs I had in this.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
and, like
It's
one
true.
of those when he like talks to Pete and like Pete's language. Like,
He's like,
okay, that was funny.
Don Cheadle was not phoning us in.
He was not
And
bad.
we
also-
it's a scene before
Can we
it's
also
bad.
talk about Don Cheadle's drip in this movie? Because his
Drip game
outfits
strong.
were like,
He's
off
moist.
the
Yeah,
fucking
He's
hook.
moist.
They were amazing.
Yeah.
Jamie was very upset when he got big because she liked him like regular.
Oh no! We haven't
No,
even
wait,
gotten
wait,
to that
wait,
part
wait,
yet.
wait, wait.
Oh my
Hold
god.
on.
We all have feelings
Hold on.
about that,
God
okay? Okay, we
I
do.
don't like this. It's like okay.
I didn't
mean, it
either.
happens.
Yeah, I agree with Jamie.
So they get all their team together and they make a joke about shoot the ball and Yosemite Sam's like
Dangerous as fuck. He's just shooting his gun.
I like it's one of those jokes. That, like he's gonna shoot the ball with his
Yeah.
guns. Okay.
that racist guy is gonna shoot the ball with his guns. That
And
white
but-
racist
but
guy.
I say,
Yeah.
plantation. I say like, oh,
Yeah.
it's your fucking
Stars and balls, baby. Let's
But
stop.
you guys, while they were practicing, they did throw in some references here, including one in which
That we all
Granny
love.
wins the game and says, "Game blouses."
I did write that. I was like, we get a good
Again,
Yeah.
basic cover.
Why?
Yeah, that was-
Why am I supposed to care about Granny?
Yeah.
She's the fucking worst.
Dude,
Looney
you guys-
Tune. Worst.
She's the worst, but actually, I would argue that she's like the second best character.
I feel like they wrote her the best, right?
I know,
they did.
right?
Right? They
They
gave
did.
her a fucking Trinity Matrix
Yeah.
scene. They gave her the game
There's
glasses
so many.
line.
There's so many of these
Like she's
tunes.
drinking during halftime.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
Do you remember anything that Taz did in this movie? That
No,
Tasmanian
Taz
Devil
did like there was no,
Nothing.
there was not
Wait,
much
did she
Taz.
suplex machines in this movie?
I wish it would have been better.
So-
Also, Speedy Gonzalez.
No, I remember everything they did because it was felt so still
It was
so gay and
terrible.
racist.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, oh, you sick of frijoles? And I go,
Yeah.
Jesus.
But that was
was-
Speedy Gonzalez, though, dude. That's classic Speedy. He's
Like,
just a
stop!
racist stereotype of a character.
Stop this, please.
So
And-
you guys-
and my other one, the lazy Mexicans.
You
Still
guys-
don't run.
They basically.
USA.
You guys, they
no,
basically
no.
they basically get their team together, and then they get like beamed up. Like they had 24 hours. They got the team together.
Oh,
They
yeah,
barely
they're
practiced.
like, oh, it's about
And
to
they,
start.
and they get
Like,
beamed
okay.
up and they're all like, what? And then guess what, you guys? Because they have to update it. Because they're like, okay, we did the old tune thing. They all get turned into... LeBron basically gets turned back into himself. And then they're all like, we're
Uncomfortable. Well, no, they're all
free.
made real, and I'm like, What?
Yeah.
They're all uncomfortable looking, by the way.
But they're still.
Which, by the way, it's a great tactic on algorithms. Like he's taking them out of their two-dimensional
Their
bodies.
skin that they're
Yeah,
used
they
to.
are.
I don't like.
And you're like, oh, this will make it so they can't do the things they could. No,
Right.
it doesn't do. It doesn't.
No, it has nothing.
So,
that.
you guys, meanwhile,
Okay,
while this
yes.
is happening,
Yes.
right?
The real world is still moving.
Yeah, and they're like, well, where are we gonna get all of our like spectators from?
Well, first of all, we gotta talk about the Securial Arts guy.
Securial
Oh
Arts.
yeah, that guy.
First of all, I
I
feel
did
like
write that down.
I feel like they couldn't get Sinbad in this movie.
This
and
is
they're
a
like,
cousin
"Guy,
of somebody.
Act like
A cousin
Sinbad.
of
Yeah.
somebody.
Like maybe Sinbad.
Like the cousin of somebody.
Like do Sinbad.
We're like,
I don't. want
why
Sinbad.
the fuck is this scene?
Yeah.
And so they're doing this search because they are missing.
And also,
Yeah.
like,
From
we
the
have,
real world.
by the way, we have this funny dude in the scene. We also have Steven Yeun, who is
Yeah.
not again in this movie.
Yeah.
Just
He's
make
not.
him that guy for a
He's
second.
in this movie for a legit 8 seconds.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I was like, I literally thought, I was like, couldn't we just have gotten Steven Yeun to do this in some way?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Maybe
gone.
I feel like he came in second for Algie.
The best part was-
we wanted him in this movie.
Oh,
like,
God.
put him
Did
in
you
this thing.
remember like seeing his character, like the act, like him and he looked like he was like super tired that they kidnapped him or something, and I was like,
I feel like they're like Steven Yeun. Somebody went to lunch and like, hey, what are you doing today? We got like 2
No,
hours.
yeah, they were
Come on.
literally like, oh, you're on
Yeah.
Well, like,
set, like just why don't you jump in
is
and
Invincible a WB property? Maybe they're like, we have Steven Yeun for like 2 hours. If we can just get him in here and have him like.
I did not
real
see
quick.
Invincible or Omni-Man in the crowd, so it wasn't.
That would have been great because he just would have just killed everyone.
I only wish.
I don't care about these guys.
yeah,
I
like,
only wish that could happen.
And then he puts LeBron through like 18 trains.
Movie would have been. Movie would have been 5 stars. 20 to 2 in season 4.
oh god.
I need pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah, guys, instead of watching this movie, just watch Invincible. The series is great.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay.
So
keep going.
So you guys, but
Yeah.
meanwhile,
Next.
so LG has also been like,
LG.
hey, we can upgrade you, Dom.
And Dom's immediately on board
Yeah.
with this.
And this is everyone playing.
No, but he's
and-
not.
and-
Remember, because he only goes up to like 75%.
He's like, 75?
And LG's like,
That's good,
yeah, 75 is what everyone else is gonna play. You need to be the best. You need to like give
Like,
yourself the
every
credit you
Madden game
deserve.
we've ever played, just
Yeah.
to dial everything up to 99.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, I'm 6'10", and I'm a quarterback.
Just like in real
And I'm the
life.
quarterback with 99% for my arm speed and
Yeah.
throw and power
And running.
accuracy
I'm
and
also
running.
the fastest person.
And I'm tackling I'm knocking the tackle over and then running the ball into the end zone.
Yeah, so he gets himself like all
Which, by the way,
choked
like,
up.
so he's basically making him better than his dad, but he's not that good still.
Yeah, no. So
Also,
also,
LeBron's pretty good. I mean, he's like 97. Like,
I do love that he's like, you didn't say I would have to play, and he's
But
like,
LeBron
well,
knows
of
the
course you have to
fundamentals.
play because you have to show your dad like how cool you are because
Yeah,
you made
yeah.
this game or
And
something.
also, like, don't worry about it if anyone says like, oh, if LeBron loses, then we're all stuck here forever.
Right.
Like, don't worry about that part of the stipulation. That's just we're just not gonna do that part.
so
also, dads don't understand reason. They understand power. That's a line that is uttered by Don Cheadle.
okay,
Don Cheadle will like if you like
What?
he is like Ron Burgundy where he would just say anything you put on the paper.
yeah, seriously.
It's
Like,
oh,
read this. He's
yeah,
like,
you got it.
dads
man.
don't
I'll do it."
understand
I'm
reason. They
like,
understand power.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Sure, whatever.
At this
I'm
point, we realize Don is a clown. He's like
Yeah.
a fucking clown. Like,
So they get them, you know, on the court, right?
We have
And
to
they
see
bring
ours,
in
too.
and they bring in all like every single WB property
I'm
that's
a
ever
WB.
existed. Ever existed.
Oh, you mean what? Think of one obscure one that would be in here that maybe wouldn't even be for kids.
It,
Yeah, but also one worse than that.
White Walkers.
Oh, but also keep going worse than that.
these are all the villain side, by the way.
Yeah, no.
A Clockwork Orange, guys.
Yeah, no. Droobs were in
What
this.
the fuck?
So it was
Why?
funny because so I started writing because they were bringing them in. So I put Frankenstein, Scooby Doo, Iron Giant, Hanna Barbera, all of Hanna Barbera, just all of any Hanna Barbera you could
They
think of.
also
Thank you.
mentioned the Iron Giant like 15 times.
Seriously,
And I'm like,
Gremlins,
okay, I get it.
King
It's
Kong, It, Wizard of Oz, like just like the most
Batman Returns.
No, they would. So yeah, would have like all of the Batman properties. Like
had a
here's this
fake Mr.
penguin,
Freeze
there's
that
that
was-
penguin.
Like,
No,
not
worse,
at all.
Mr.
Mr.
Freeze.
Freeze
Did you
is
see
show-
that, dude?
Mr. Freeze in the kimono is showed like
Yeah.
7
So
times.
many times.
I'm like, what are we doing?
No, and that's like the bad guy side. So it was so
No,
freaking
sorry.
weird when it was like next to like the White Walkers, and it's like
Hi, I'm yeah,
that's
dude.
it. And they're like, we're White Walkers. And
Also,
it's
the
like,
White Walkers look like a trash.
What?
I was like, they didn't even try.
yeah, and then the Droogs are just like, we're over here. We don't have a giant penis we're
But
gonna
also
stab someone
raping.
with. Like, what?
But also
What the fuck?
raping.
Like, no kids know that.
Everybody get up! It's
People
time
don't
to
know
slam
that
down.
stuff. Oh my
Slam
god.
unsuspecting
Oh my God.
female now.
But then you guys, they don't get enough people that are. There's not enough WB
It's just to
people.
one side. And
So-
King Kong thinks that we
So
have a
they
chance.
he advertises this as the most. Literally, they wrote
It's
what
just
is
an
it?
app.
The
It's
most
an app.
epic game. It's an
Epic
epic
live
live
event.
event.
And they just showed father versus son. And it's like LeBron versus his 12-year-old son.
Yeah.
Like
And-
who would know who his 12
And literally everyone on the planet like signs
They're
up
like-
for this
they-
shit.
no,
They're like,
no,
ooh.
no, they don't sign up. They are kidnapped
Yeah.
by their phone by
Also-
looking at this ad.
And like,
Yeah.
if it's to be believed, some of them don't even know they
People-
have the
people-
app
people-
on their
Yeah,
phone.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think they're just like, oh, I just ended up here. You're like,
What?
No, your body cannot physically be scanned and
Oh,
put into.
you're so wrong,
Oh
though.
my
Quantum
God.
physics, guys.
And
Oh
also,
my
we
God.
can scan Diana Taurasi and turn her into a snake.
So I will say, I loved here they put.
I love that they used the player.
They put here. They put get ready. Do 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 do. But they put 2013 version just so you knew what version it was.
Good.
Not
I
an
didn't know.
old one.
I don't want to be a
newer
Jock
one.
James 94
Yeah,
version,
seriously, obviously. So, I do love Dom's cool, like, hooded outfit that he comes out with, where he's like, I'm dressed so
Is
awesome.
that like samurai
Yeah.
digital armor on his
Yeah.
arms
He's
and
like,
legs? Yeah,
and I've got, like,
okay.
sequins and stuff. I'm the
And
coolest.
like, oh, those will come to play later. They don't.
I did write at this point. Katie loves this movie. I don't know why, but she seemed very excited about this part. So
I do love basketball.
I mean, who doesn't? And this
I-
is the
like-
perfect portrayal of basketball.
Yeah,
You're like,
right,
this is definitely how
exactly.
basketball.
Oh, they
should
made
be
an
played.
MC Hammer reference at one point.
But,
and it's
by
like,
the way, that okay. So if we're getting towards these Monstars now, the new Monstars here,
the new
the
monsters,
Goon
yeah.
Squad.
that
the Goon Squad.
fucking snake fouls all the fucking time.
She's like choking people.
Call a
Yeah.
goddamn foul in this
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, Pete's the one doing it. He's coming most of the time. So.
So at the same time, outside of whatever is happening here, right? His family's been looking for them. They're like, "Where's my husband and
they
son?"
just have
Right?
a phone.
Yeah, and the uncle's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna help you
Well,
find him or whatever."
First, Mom and Darius get sucked into the phone, and then Lily's like, "Oh no, where are they? I can't believe it. I need to get in there somehow."
And he just doesn't know.
And
how
this
to
is
do that.
after they've also found
no, 'cause
the
the
secret
tickets were redeemed
server
already,
room.
indeed,
Oh,
yeah.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
This was also after they found the secret
And we're
server
allowed in
room,
just-
like, and just got in.
This is-
Yeah, no big deal. In
That's
the
the
19th
James
floor
family.
basement.
Welcome, James family. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so like he's trying
Okay,
to kidnap
sure.
their own family. I get it. Okay, I guess.
Yeah, so they're all there outside the court, and they have to watch this game. And you guys, so they find out, what are the rules of this game? What are like what's contingent on this game?
Well, it's Dom's game.
Oh, like if
the
yeah.
stakes, you mean
The
stakes.
stakes, yes.
if LeBron
But also, Dom does not know these stakes for the
No, yeah.
at all.
He's just like, I'm just gonna play against my dad and show him how cool I
if
am.
LeBron wins, he gets to go back to the real world.
Everyone gets
The
it.
world-
Everyone gets back.
The
Rural
rural
world. I said
world.
the rural world.
Yeah.
I said it correctly.
Yep.
And if Algae Rhythm's team wins, he has to stay. And
He
all the
gets to
people.
keep
And
all
all
of the
the people.
humans.
Yeah.
No,
all the
not
people.
only that, all the humans get to
Why?
stay, but all the tunes get deleted.
Deleted.
Which
Like,
I'm
that's
I'm
terrible.
okay with that.
Yeah.
There's less
Oh,
emphasis.
you're all
Speedy
the
Gonzalez
worst.
gets deleted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, we
Yes,
couldn't
sir.
have Pepe Le Pew
Oh,
in the
Frog
Frog
Guys,
Guys? Was
man.
he
Yeah,
Yeah,
on
we
the
didn't
song?
even see Pepe
I
Le
say,
Pew.
I'm gone.
I love that they kept like they're like, we can make the racist characters not racist, but they're like Pepe Le Pew just
Yeah,
straight
like,
up
there's
like
not- we
like
cannot do
hit
that.
on women and like
Sorry.
I will
yeah,
fuck
so
you,
we'll just
cat.
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
gonna fuck this
There's no
cat.
way to soften that blow.
What?
Yeah. like-
The rapiest of all.
Yeah,
rapists.
exactly. Like, oh
You're
yes.
a fucking
Jesus
cat.
Christmas. No, and then when a woman was interested, she'd be like, ooh, I'm not interested in you. It's like, that's not messing
Only
people up
non-consent.
psychologically as
Only
a child.
non-consent is
Yeah,
my kink.
seriously.
Listen, you.
And if a girl's interested, she's
Listen,
dirty.
it's reluctant
Listen,
to
you
non-consent.
libtard snowflakes.
Yeah.
That's just a funny thing, okay?
It's just a
Cancel
skunk.
culture.
It's just skunks hitting on cats,
Yeah.
you guys.
It's not like real people would ever emulate
Guys,
this.
here's the
Oh
most.
my God.
Here's I would say the most important part of this movie. ESPN's Ernie Johnson or
Yes.
TNT's Ernie Johnson in,
Right?
in this.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
and then his co-host is
that guy. That we
great
all know.
comedian. Hold on, I'll find him.
I just goes
Sorry.
like not the
perfect.
perfect. his name is.
I
Stephen
know.
Young.
Lil
Stephen
Rel
Young.
Howery. Lil Rel. And he was in Get Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and among other
Among
things.
other
He's great.
things,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's awesome. So they were
It was-
actually
and I
pretty
thought it was
good.
fun. They were
They
fun
were a good
combination.
combination. Yeah, it was, it worked.
For what they had to
Yeah,
work with. There was
Also,
exactly.
Ernie Johnson taking it super well that he's been kidnapped and
Yeah.
is just like,
So
okay,
He's
well,
like,
I guess
okay,
I'm
I
gonna-
guess
I
we're-
mean, like I said, the
we're
was
not
just like,
this
I
day.
wasn't even looking at my phone at the
Yeah.
time. Like, how did he get
He's like,
here?
well, you're here now, so
Yeah.
let's do this, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we're commentating on this thing.
So yeah. Also, can I just mention Tweety
Yes.
is the most useless character of all time.
Like,
Guys,
he's a
Tweety
bad
was dope.
cartoon.
Tweety like beat the other bird guy, the bad bird guy.
I guess, even though he has a giant head and wings that couldn't hold it up.
No, a giant head and giant feet, and then just the
Yeah,
tiniest
I mean, that's
little
what,
wings.
it's a tune, guys. It's
Sure, he's
super
a
funny.
tune.
It's
you look for
hilarious.
realism in Looney Tunes, you're out
What
of
do you
your
guys?
depth.
So let's talk about the Goon Squad. All right, let's get into it. You guys have been inching around. Let's do it. So we've got Snake
We've
Lady,
been putting just a tip in, yeah.
Spider Lady.
Spider Lady.
I don't know the Spider Lady, WNBA lady's name. I know Diana Taurasi's
How do you
Snake
not?
Lady. I know Diana Taurasi's a Snake Lady.
I didn't know that.
New York Liberty's own Diana Taurasi.
How many Diana Taurasi New York Liberty games have you watched?
Oh, at least
Go
one.
on. Go on.
At least one.
Go
At least one.
on. Go on.
I knew she was on the New York Liberty, so there you go. What's up?
You looked that up.
I did not. I didn't look that up. But I don't know that. If I would have looked it up, I would have known the other lady's name. I didn't. I just knew her.
Looking it up
My thing
right
like
now.
said Spider Nike or something.
Jenny Slate. No, that's.
Yeah,
It's
you'll
not
see
Jenny
There's
Slate.
so many people in this movie.
Yeah, there are a lot of people
Like
in it.
they threw all the bodies they could at this movie, and then when there's not people, there's also characters. And you're like, okay, wow. Like, there's the
It's
penguin.
another person I have to care about. Okay.
The penguin from Batman
Well,
Returns.
luckily, all
okay.
of LeBron's biggest fans are there. His whole family's there. Like, his son is on the other team. I
Nika
guess.
Agwumki.
Nika. And she's like Spider Nika or something.
Yeah,
like that.
she's like Spider
Yeah,
Nika.
that-
No, but,
you-
okay,
you kind of
Oh,
mind.
So-
Draymond Green was the bird guy.
What's
Okay.
the name? One of them though has the most ridiculous name ever. Do you guys remember what it is?
Chronos.
Wet
Oh God.
What
Fire.
That made me upset, and I almost stopped watching the movie.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck this
Right.
bullshit.
I thought when I first saw them come
He's
out.
wet, but then he's on fire. It was
Yeah,
like some
no,
kerosene
yeah,
or
like
something.
what?
What's he
When I
burning
first saw
for?
them come out, I thought one was wet and
So
one
did
was
I.
fire.
Yeah,
was
it
like,
was
Right.
two.
Oh,
It
it's
was
two
two
different
right?
guys.
And she actually said, no, it's one guy. I'm like, fuck you. I'm
Like,
like, you're
fucking
wrong.
doesn't make any
Like,
fucking
you're
sense.
wrong.
Jesse
dumb
wasn't
bitch.
wrong. It was me. It's one dude who just
Wet
goes like
Fire.
And they're like, oh,
His
I'm,
name is Wet Fire.
and like, I'm the dumb bitch.
Yeah.
So
Oh, no.
he burns them and then he makes it wet so they fall over
But
and
also,
then
like,
he's able to
that's
dunk the ball.
fucked up, right?
What? Yeah,
Like,
what is
But also,
that?
like, he's just wet most of the time.
Yeah.
He's not really fired at all.
He's moist, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which is also just
But not the way
gross.
Don Cheadle is, who's the moist. The
But it's
jerk
also, he's just like gross. Like, you run through people and they're like, I'm wet.
Half the
So
time they run through
you
him.
guys, we find out that like it makes it like he's like, oh, we gotta play the basics of basketball and just play a really good
But
game.
it's Dom
But it's the
King.
video game,
Yeah,
exactly.
power
So
up.
They're
like,
all rocket
yeah,
jockeying.
exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can we name the power-ups in this game? What kind of power-ups do they have?
There's a bouncy one that you go really high.
posterized.
And then name the other ones.
There is,
There's no other ones.
Yeah.
It's just that fucking thing. And they keep using like, oh look, I'm jumping really
but
high.
the points,
Like,
the
okay.
points are so goddamn
Nonsensical.
arbitrary. Like,
No.
they're-
It's ridiculous.
Like,
At
oh,
one
it's
point-
style points.
at
No,
the
yeah,
end-
because he's like
Style.
style points, Dad. And
near
it's
the
like,
end, Don Cheadle's character does this move where he climbs all of them and he does a dunk and he gets 2 points.
Yeah,
for
no,
it.
Yes. And there's also one where like the snake lady chokes out little bunny and then like someone else
It's like
sucks
30
the ball and
something
they
points.
get
It's
700
ridiculous.
points.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
what the
like,
fuck
what?
is happening?
No, it's
What?
crazy.
Cool.
Also,
This game is great.
so you guys, but while they're playing this ridiculous game, you're seeing snippets of all the fucking WB, like all of the properties
In the
that WB
background,
has
in the
ever owned in
background.
the background.
And they're just
Um,
cheering with
First
each
of all,
other.
like 50% of those women are like half naked women from like old
I was very
movies,
upset about it.
like way before. I was just like,
It's like
but
Citizen
no,
Kane.
but no one would recognize them. That's the thing. It's like I don't even know what this is. Like no one cares.
It's like all deep cuts.
But also we have the demon from It dancing with the
Yeah.
undead from White Walkers.
By
Yeah,
the way,
it's
there's
like-
no Snyderverse Justice League in this at all.
Right?
Confirmed.
What? Yeah, seriously.
We
Confirmed.
missed an opportunity.
So it's a snipe at the Justice.
Jason Momoa's
Snyderverse.
like, do not
Yeah.
put my face in this.
It was
I'm
just
not gonna
like
do this.
it
No,
was
no.
like the WB just vomited all around the
was.
court,
It
and
was.
and this. Is
And it
what
was
we
like the
got.
worst bomb. Like
Yeah.
the bomb is all
No, and I
over
love that
stuff.
the White Walkers were all just like, oh, he said this. You could tell that these people had not been filmed together. Like each one person was filmed by themselves,
Oh, yeah.
and then they just
And
put
they
it all
shot it
together.
together.
Yeah, so like none of them really
Like, just dance
interact
around,
with
yeah,
the
like,
other
yeah.
ones. Yeah, they just kind of do their own
What
thing.
really though, it looked like a video game, like the crowd in a video game where
That's
they're
right,
doing
exactly.
stuff, but they're not really doing anything.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
So we're saying this is the most realistic movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Yeah,
They
this
did.
is-
So
Matt gives it 5 stars.
so we get to halftime.
I want to
and-
hate this movie 3 times.
Yeah, oh
full
my God.
Full price. He gives it better
Oh my
than
God.
sex.
So we get to halftime, and the Goon Squad is just killing them. They're like 1,000 points ahead.
Which is exactly the same as the first movie. We're like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna get to halftime, and at
I
halftime,
believe I can fly.
no, but at halftime, Daffy's like, "You won't believe who I found," and they're like, "Who did you find?" And he's
It's
like, "I found
great.
Michael Jordan," and they're like, "He's gonna come back. It's gonna be Michael Jordan."
The
Like,
only joke that hit this movie, by the
yeah.
way.
And he even said number 23. He was like,
Number
from North
23 from North
Carolina.
Carolina.
Yeah.
And it's like a really bad list.
We're all excited. And then you guys, who is it? It's Michael B. Jordan.
guys.
But wasn't your first
Yes.
thought though?
Yes,
But wasn't
it's
your
okay.
first thought?
It's
But
Michael B.
can he
Jordan.
play basketball?
Yeah, I was
right?
like,
He
get
can
him
play
on the
basketball,
fucking
right?
court.
Like
You
just
guys are
bring him in.
losing.
Yeah, just
What do you got to
bring him,
lose?
like,
Yeah, I mean, everyone else is like 3 feet tall.
And you're all terrible.
Oh, can we talk about that? So the Goon Squad are all huge, right? His
Of
team is
course.
literally, there's LeBron and all the rest of them are here. Except
They're
for Gossamer. Gossamer's like
a
a
big
big
old
hairy
furry
too.
too.
But he doesn't have any arms. Like, his arms are in the furry.
They're like down
Lone
here.
Runner didn't have a problem
Like-
with it, okay? He just put the
Oh
ball
my
on his
God.
His
head.
head and traveled like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Obviously, that does not matter.
Right.
Okay, okay.
Sure.
Okay. But also,
Sure.
guys, Roadrunner was neutralized in this.
Mm.
By the
also-
substitution. Let's talk about this substitution real quick.
Oh God.
Kronos. Can we say fuck this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, why would you have this guy in the whole time?
Exactly!
Yeah.
Why is he a replacement?
What?
He can stop time!
Yeah.
His power is he can stop time.
Give me a break!
And he
What?
does it in the stupid Quicksilver way where he's like moving people and doing
Yeah,
things.
okay.
So that's a funny joke you get out of it. You're like,
Yeah, by the way, like, we're still in from Marvel, like, okay.
So you guys were in the
Tell me
locker
about it.
room.
Keep it- we
We're
gotta
in
keep
the
it
locker
level
room,
time.
right?
We've
And
already spent too much
LeBron
time on
and
this.
LeBron is like,
What's the halftime score, by the way?
it's 1,700
21
something.
1,000